Coronation Street delivered a dramatic outburst from Summer Spellman in tonight's episode as she continued to grapple with the aftermath of Billy Mayhew's devastating death. The vicar lost his life in the multi-car collision during the Corriedale crossover, an incident initially thought to have been caused by Debbie Webster. In the wake of Billy's passing, the entire neighborhood united to honor him, with his doorstep soon buried beneath floral tributes. However, while Weatherfield's residents attempt to carry on, his former partner Todd Grimshaw and adopted daughter Summer have been left to make the painful funeral arrangements. During tonight's episode, Billy's body arrived at Shuttleworth's funeral home sooner than anticipated. Todd and Summer were stunned as the private ambulance arrived, intensifying the raw emotions they were already battling. After spending a quiet moment with Billy, Summer poured out her anger to Asha Allahan, railing against the cruel loss of her father. Enraged, she laid the blame squarely on Debbie, unaware that viewers know the real cause of Billy's death was Todd's violent boyfriend Theo Silverton, who trapped him inside the minibus before it exploded. "Why is he dead? He shouldn't be dead," Summer screamed. "He's gone because that stupid bitch was drink driving. Debbie Webster killed Billy. I hope she spends the rest of her life in prison." Later on the street, Debbie's husband Ronnie attempted to cheer her up ahead of her looming sentencing. Their lighthearted moment was overheard by Summer, who stormed over and confronted Debbie. "Billy's my dad. He's lying in the funeral parlor because of you, and you think it's a joke? Death by dangerous driving? You're vile. It should be murder," she shouted before striking Debbie across the face. Summer insisted that her outburst didn't even come close to delivering justice for Billy's death, and Todd quickly led her away. Ronnie tried to step in and defend Debbie, but she broke down and admitted she deserved the slap. Viewers are also aware that Debbie is shielding Carl, who was actually behind the wheel that night. Her fierce devotion to her brother was clarified in yesterday's episode when it was revealed that she is, in fact, Carl's biological mother. Even knowing the extent of Carl's wrongdoing and manipulation, Debbie chose to plead guilty to every charge to keep him safe. The question remains, how long can she continue to shoulder the blame for his crimes? Coronation Street viewers have said they don't believe a recent departure from Weatherfield will be permanent, reacting skeptically to a star's apparent goodbye message. Many fans are unconvinced that Becky Swain's exit from the cobbles is truly the end. ITV soap followers recently watched Becky leave after making repeated attempts to win back her former partner Lisa Swain, despite Lisa having moved on with Carla Connor. Becky had dramatically re-entered Lisa's life in September, causing chaos from the moment she returned. Although Becky's family had been led to think she died while on duty, her sudden reappearance came just days after Lisa and Carla announced their engagement, and on the same day as their daughter Betsy's 18th birthday. Becky quickly managed to drive a wedge between them, with emotional scenes unfolding as Carla ultimately ended her relationship with Lisa. Events then took a darker turn when Becky kidnapped Carla, who was preparing to head off to Spain for a break. Carla was held captive in a flat, the location of which she had unknowingly been given during a hospital visit to Lisa's boss, D.I. Costello, after making a payment. Fortunately, those crucial details were passed on to Kit, and after Carla failed to arrive at the Spanish hotel weeks later, the detective constable eventually traced her to a shipping container where Becky had relocated her. Kit and Carla then pursued Becky, who was traveling towards Hull with Lisa and Betsy as they prepared to depart for Rotterdam. However, their plans were derailed when the trio became caught up in a terrifying multi-vehicle collision. Carla and Kit were forced to step in to help save both Betsy and Lisa. In a twist that delighted viewers, Lisa, despite being injured, reverted to detective mode and arrested Becky at the scene. In scenes aired last week, Lisa was later informed that Becky had been handed a 12-year prison sentence, with her name notably absent from the proceedings. D.I. Thompson explained, "She got 12 years. And as far as I know, your name wasn't mentioned, which I suppose is the good news." The less positive news is that you're being placed on restricted duties while an internal investigation takes place. It could have been far worse. From what I hear, you're a good officer. Keep your head down, and before long, you'll be able to put this behind you. Despite Lisa assuring Betsy that Becky was gone for good, many Coronation Street fans remain doubtful. Their suspicions grew after resharing a post from Amy Cudden in which the actress appeared to bid farewell to her controversial character. Leanne Battersby is set to make a bold move in Coronation Street that could seriously provoke one of Weatherfield's most dangerous residents, killer Maggie Driscoll. Crossing the murderer next door is never wise, but that's exactly the risk Leanne takes when she agrees to a business plan likely to leave Maggie furious. Friday's episode sees Leanne learn that Megan Walsh is expecting a baby, news that prompts her to reflect on her own past and contemplate an unexpected new path for her future. During a coffee catch-up at Roy's Rolls with Eva Price and Mary Taylor, Megan receives a phone reminder that immediately catches Leanne's attention. Later, Leanne and Eva find Megan visibly upset, and after some gentle encouragement, she admits that she's pregnant. What neither woman realizes, however, is that Megan is a child predator who is actively grooming Eva's underage stepson, Will Driscoll. Keeping her true nature hidden, Megan claims the baby's father is her official boyfriend, Daniel Osborne, but insists she isn't ready to become a parent. She explains that she plans to go ahead with an abortion that very day. Sympathizing with Megan's turmoil, Leanne opens up about her own experiences and her much-loved miracle child. "I've been exactly where you are," she says. "They told me I couldn't have children. Then I had a one-night stand, and it happened. I got my Oliver, my miracle baby. He's gone now, but I don't regret it. I wouldn't change it for anything." Oliver Battersby was conceived during a brief fling between Leanne and Steve McDonald. She adored him, and his heartbreaking death from mitochondrial disease remains one of the show's most powerful and memorable storylines. Despite Leanne urging her to take time to think things through, Megan has already made her decision and heads to the clinic. Later, it's clear that revisiting the past has left Leanne deeply unsettled. Speaking to Eva in The Rover's Return, she questions her life choices. "What am I still doing here, working in a curry house on these rainy cobbles?" Craving change, she makes a firm decision. "I'm going to sell my share in Speed Doll. Start again somewhere hot. A fresh start with no memories and no baggage." Her soul-searching is cut short when Maggie snaps at Eva for having a glass of wine while working. While Leanne encourages Eva not to tolerate Maggie's constant criticism, Eva suddenly proposes a daring idea, buying Maggie out so the two of them can run the Rovers together. "Me and you running the pub," Eva enthuses. "It would be amazing." Clearly tempted, Leanne doesn't object. There's just one major obstacle: Maggie herself. The sharp-tongued landlady has never been happy about Eva becoming her daughter-in-law and is notoriously overprotective of her family, to the point where she once killed her husband by pushing him down the stairs during a heated argument. If Maggie is capable of murder, how will she react to Eva and Leanne trying to edge her out of her beloved pub? Coronation Street airs weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream on ITVX.